we are going to be making a braised Roman style chicken. I was trying to find good pieces of thighs to do it because I really like braising thighs. I think it gives it like so much flavor, especially if you're braising it and then putting it in the oven. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't find any. I'm just got some chicken breasts and I'm just going to do that. So what I'm going to start out by doing is I'm taking a heavy pot, my big braiser, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. And we're going to serve it with potatoes. So basically what I'm doing now, I'm just going to sear the outside of the chicken and give it a nice like brown on it. And you don't have to worry about your chicken drying up when you're making this because it's going to be sitting in the sauce.
What do you need me to do? You ended up...
So I ended up just buying everything pre-cut.
You want me to chop that smaller?
No, the thyme.
Oh.
If you want to separate the thyme for me, that would be great.
How much of that do you need?
A good little bit. I don't know, like a
little bit.
A tablespoon.
All right.
And you are going to have to do garlic for me. So
all right.
You'll have something there to do.
All right. I can handle that, I think.
And then this is going to go, like I said, I'm going to sear this, take the chicken out, and then I'm going to put the vegetables in. So I'm putting like peppers, celery, onions, and tomatoes. That's going to be like the base of the sauce. And then you're going to put the chicken right back in, and then you're going to put it in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes or so. You can leave it there even longer. It's just, the chicken will start to break apart by that point. So, but it's a super easy dish. Do we really want to put the oven on with this heat? Not really, but it's so easy to make. You know,
it's not too bad. Last night wasn't too bad. You know.
Yeah.
The thing that I hate about thyme is
separating it.
Separating.
Well, you know, you could just. I showed you before.
Yeah, you go backwards on it.
Yeah.
But you know, the small sprigs, they kind of get all over the place.
You just kind of where the leaves grow, because the leaves grow up.
Well, it's common
You just
sense,
kind of go
you know.
here, and well, no, not a lot of people know that. They have a hard time with it.
Well, not a lot of people have common sense either.
Oh, stop it. Well, yeah, isn't that the truth? All right, so I'm gonna season the chicken right now with just salt and pepper. Pretty basic. Sorry, our cat is trying to chime in on this conversation.
What, do you smell the food?
Okay.
I think the cat smells the food.
Throw some salt into that boiling water of the potatoes. I just made like little potatoes, like little.
Like fingerlings?
No, they're not fingerlings. They're just like the little. What are they? They're like little
fingerlings?
Golden. No, fingerlings are long. All right, so I have this nice and hot. I'm just gonna.
A tablespoon of thyme. Do you know how much time it takes you see what I did there?
Yeah.
To make this?
All right. Put that right in. If it has the bone in, like if you can find like chicken with the bone in, that's even better because it's sitting in that broth, like I said, which is fantastic because I feel like bone.
Well, the chicken fat and the bone.
Yeah, and even
what makes it.
If you can find it with skin too, that's good. Just gonna season the other part that I did not season.
Take the chicken skin and crisp it up. And do that as a topping.
Yep. Now, like I said before too, when you're making chicken, don't start touching it because it will stick, and then you're gonna end up with like chunks and pieces of chicken all over. I'm actually gonna save those 2 pieces. Or do you think I should just put them in there?
I'll put them in while I have leftovers.
Yeah, sure.
You can roll with that.
Yeah.
You said a tablespoon of this?
About that.
So more than this.
A little more. That would be great. Can you handle that?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
All right.
It's been a long week and it's only Tuesday.
Oh my God. All right. So let me just place this here. Wash my hands. Always wash your hands when you're dealing with chicken. Chicken's one of those things that it's just, if it gets onto anything.
Anybody have any predictions of
what July will bring? What do you think July is going to bring?
I'm hoping for aliens.
All right. Put some pepper in there.
So what do we have to, what are you drinking here? Cabernet?
I don't know. You poured it. What is that? No, it's a Cab Sauv.
Yep.
We are enjoying a Cab Sauv on this Tuesday. Actually, there's only a little bit left, so I figure we finish it up.
All right, I've got... Oh, and for anybody who watches back on the YouTube, we actually have official music now for our title.
Yeah.
Supplied by Code 3 Records.
Yep.
Dan Daydone and The Commute off their new album. He did an instrumental version.
They have some good stuff
for us. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's got some good stuff coming on the way.
All right.
All right.
So you're basically just searing all the sides of the chicken. It's not going to be cooked all the way through. It's actually going to finish cooking in the oven. So I'm just going to, when I remove it, I'm going to put it on the...
I honestly think I'm getting more time on the floor than I am in the actual little...
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to clean it?
Probably, but I you know, it's not going to be good enough.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to add some capers to this too. At the end.
Maybe. I love capers. I like the big juicy ones. Were they Italian or Spanish capers?
All right, so letting that sear, getting a nice crust on it. I'm going to remove that, then I'm actually going to add some red onions and some celery in there. And then we're going to add just some tri-colored peppers and a can of crushed tomatoes.
I now know why you got them pre-sliced, by the way.
Why?
Because you knew it was going to take me 20 minutes to do this.
Well, probably, yeah. But I was trying to find fresh oregano, and I was having a hard time. So I'm just going to use some dried oregano in the sauce. And then we're going to add some capers.
Okay.
Now, you can add olives, too, if you would like, instead. Hopefully
Did you do this one before?
No, I did a chicken. Or not chicken, a fish. Almost like this, but not really.
I thought so. It was like a Mediterranean style, right?
Yep. Yeah, this is more like a Roman style.
I actually think that might have been one of the things we did live. Was that?
Yeah, I don't have capers.
Red onions have more taste. Your aunt said.
Yeah, well, if you cook them, they actually bring out a sweetness in the dish. So that's always good. I don't have any capers. I thought I had capers.
They're not in the door?
Nope.
No, maybe we used them. Wait.
Yeah, I think I used them in the separate dish. Oh, wait. I'm lying. See? I have capers.
Look at that. Is this enough?
Capers. That's perfect.
All right.
Okay. You're good there. And then if you could just get me 2 cloves of garlic.
You got it.
And then that'll go in there. I'll show you guys once the chicken comes out.
Yeah, so we got angles to be able to do this. We were talking.
Well, we need like a camera from above, or not above, but from the stovetop here, so you guys could see what's actually cooking underneath.
We got to figure out how we're going to do that because it's going to take more than just a stand.
Yeah, if anybody has ideas, send that over. Lex said, "Love the name of the dish." Of course, Little Roman.
Oh yeah.
Not so little anymore. That little guy's getting big.
Am I dicing these or what's going on?
That doesn't matter. However, doesn't really. I mean, the garlic, if you can dice it, but it doesn't need to be like minced or anything, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
so I'm just gonna remove the chicken now. So you kind of want to have something like that, like a little sear there.
Right. You don't want it to be overcooked because you're gonna bake it, right?
Exactly. There, but like I said, it's baking in the sauce. Like it's not like it's gonna lose moisture. There's gonna be plenty of moisture in the sauce.
Gotcha.
Okay. So now we have all those little bits in here, and I'm gonna throw the onions with the celery right in.
All right, I almost have your garlic.
That's fine. Garlic can wait a little bit anyway. It usually...
and that's why God made fingernails, because I almost just cut my finger off.
Oh, that's good. Well, I don't want any finger
No, there's
pieces.
I didn't... The nail stopped it. I was going light enough, paying enough attention.
Alright, so that's sauteing. I am going to season that too. Make sure when you're cooking that you season every step of the way you're seasoning. Not over seasoning, but seasoning.
There's something about the smell of, everybody talks about onions and garlic and the way they smell really good.
They're best friends.
They are. It's amazing. But I'll tell you what.
I just wonder the person that put those two together and was like,
The smell of celery in the kitchen when it's cooking, it just reminds me of Thanksgiving every time.
Now with celery too, when you're cooking it, if you're buying the whole stalk, use the leaves too. The leaves are fantastic. They have so much flavor to them.
You can use leaves with mostly anything, right?
Oh yeah. Pretty much.
Except the radishes. The radishes we have, there are some radish leaves that you can use. The radishes we have little pricklies on them, so they're not really that great. Should I just toss this garlic straight in there?
Not yet.
No.
I don't want it to start burning.
Ah, gotcha.
Because garlic, if the garlic starts to burn, it'll bring bitterness to your dish, so you don't want that. All right, so we have the salt in there. These are sauteing.
Where'd the towel go?
Right here.
Oh, it's in front of my face.
Sorry, guys. My battery.
Battery's going?
Yeah. 10%.
You tend to do that every time we do this.
I try not to, but,
Says you guys do cute together.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
Try.
What is it? Oh, my aunt. Hey, Chia. All right. So I'm going to use a little bit of oregano. I'm going to rub it in my hands. I'm going to put it in here now with the garlic.
To release the oils, right?
Yeah. Just kind of put it in your hands. I'm going to add that thyme. Add that garlic. You want to put that in there?
Yep.
Right in.
How many cloves did you want?
2?
Well, there's like 4 there.
No, that's fine.
But you can't go. We love garlic.
We do.
All right. What else?
That's the smell.
I know.
I really wish they wouldn't. They invent everything. Why can't they invent some kind of way for everybody to smell?
They're working on it. I'm sure somebody's already got it developed. The government develops things 20 years before we actually see it anyway.
Right. Now, the peppers are the last thing that I'm going to throw in, just because, they're going to cook in the sauce anyway.
Are we dicing them?
No. Okay. No, they're going to be big like that. I like it like that.
Started getting tomatoes, guys. That means, I guess we're going to have to make your tomato jam on here.
Yeah. All right, so let me just... Always, when you're putting your tomato, use like a half a can of this with like a little bit of water just to break it down, especially because it's going into the oven.
In about another month, we'll be able to make our own.
Yeah.
You could do it now anyway, but just something about the garden makes it different.
So just stir that in, and then we're going to put all the pieces of chicken back into the hot tub.
I want to bathe in that.
I know, right?
Like an old Bugs Bunny cartoon.
All right. So now...
So baseball's starting up. Finally got the word on baseball. Finally going to get to watch some Phillies games.
All right, so now you can use all 3, or you can just pick 2 colors that you would like. You don't have to use, because like some of these are pre-cut. Sometimes they don't cut it well enough. So.
I'm not a big fan of green peppers. Like, unless they're on
well, when they get
something,
cooked down a little bit, they're not too bad.
I'll eat them. I eat them fresh, but there's something about, the red and yellow peppers that just, because they're sweeter.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to leave, so I did about, I don't know.
All right,
I would say what I added there were probably about like 3 small peppers, not like the big peppers. So now I'm just putting that in, and now I'm going to try to fit in the chicken.
What's going on with the potatoes? We're putting them in.
No, the potatoes are just going to be on the side. I'm boiling the potatoes, then once they come out, I'm just going to sear them a little bit with a little bit of butter and olive oil, just so they can get a little like crust on them. All right, so we're laying the chicken back in.
We've got and the perfect wine to go along with this. We will have
now the capers.
Some of the Turdo wine.
Yeah, that's good.
Turdo.
Yeah. Now the capers I'm going to put in when it comes out of the thing.
Why is that? Because you don't want the salt to.
Well, not just. It's not the salt. It's just because I figure it gives it a little bit of citric like the citric acid a little bit will come out after it's, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess it would take away from the pop of a caper, right? Because it cooks it down.
right. Well, no, I mean, yeah, because usually when you're adding a caper to a dish, you kind of add it towards the end.
Okay.
So now that's done. That's going to go in the oven.
All right.
At 375 for about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on the size of the chicken that you're putting in.
So what's on everybody's plate tonight? Your aunt says, I don't like to cook, but when I see you guys doing all, I feel like I belong in my kitchen.
My aunt cooks good too.
Yeah,
what
you
is she
cook
talking
fine.
about?
I mean, you know, it's been a while since I've had any of your food, but you cook fine.
She cooks great.
But she said she doesn't like to cook. She didn't
Oh.
say she can't cook.
Right, that's true.
And that's true. That's true in a lot of cases, actually.
I always say my dad's side of the family, everybody can cook really well.
Yeah,
No
you can.
offense to my other aunts from my mom's side, but everybody on my dad's side cooks really well. And that's it. That's it.
All right.
Super easy. Goes in the oven, and then you're done. And then when it comes out, you just serve it. You can serve it with pasta. You can serve it with, rice. You can serve it with salad.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Sounds good. All right, we'll put a picture up with the,
I'll
the
put a
new
picture
theme
up.
music. And, you know.
All right.
Yeah,
Cheers.
That's it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Chin chin.